Alright, so match 1 against Big Kahuna. Won the die roll. Gonna be on the play. This hand is got no creature outside of fetching a Dried Arbor, which is not the best, so... Does have Totem Armor though. I think we can still do better. Alright, this hand's like absolute gas. We're gonna keep this one. Here I think we just bottom path in the blind. Hand's great. It doesn't deal any damage to us or anything. Get a good clock. Good creature to reload onto. For our opponents on anything good. Ad nauseum. We're definitely going on Core Spirit Dancer now. Reversing ad nauseum. We cannot be slow against them. Not afforded that luxury. So top 1, bottom 1 for our opponent. Spirit Link's sort of okay, not great. Of course, it's an aura, which is action. It puts power on my Spirit Dancer, which is also nice. The way we're going to look to potentially do this, if our opponent draws a Phyrexian Unlife or plays an Phyrexian Unlife, we're going to look to kill with first strike damage, get them to 0, and then with regular damage on the Bogle, kill them. It might be hard to set up though, because we don't have many big auras here. Fatal Push, main deck Fatal Push and Ad Nauseam, sure. Why not? Seems legit. And an Explosives on 1? What the fuck are we versing, man? This is not Ad Nauseam. Dude, what the hell? What absolute nonsense. Oh my goodness. Kind of have to extend some of those auras down here. We get the Rancor back anyway. Fuck yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Fatal Push and Explosives are doing in what looks like Ad Nauseam, but I guess it's just not. I guess it's just Esper Control running dual fast lands. Sure, pop it, whatever. Spirit Dancer off the top would be good to reload onto, or any creature, but Spirit Dancer particularly. Alright, well, long, slow loss here. I guess we'll just try and learn what our opponent's deck is doing so we can sideboard better. Field of Ruin. What is with all these control decks running fast lands? I know prowess is a thing at the moment, but like... surely it's not worthwhile. Surely not. Watch him play like a Teferi here or something. Untap and we broke on creature and then we can't ever resolve a spell. Bring that in tapped. Probably not Cryptic Mana. Holy shit, man. Can we just, like, draw some action? This is terrible. I think we can safely say they're not Ad Nauseam. No Prisms, no Phyrexian Unlife. Random cards like this. I mean... mill? It's a mill deck. It's a mill deck we're versing. Are you serious? A mill deck running white. Well, Leyline's gonna be great here. Double Archive Trap into double Visions? Yeah, calm down, Chief. Holy shit. The life total is pretty low. 1, 2... 3 Bogles in the grave. 1, 2, 3 Spirit Dancer. Trap Maker Snare. Search your library for a trap card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Wonder what that's searching out. Maybe another archive trap. This seems odd and janky. I think we probably win this post board. Heroic Intervention plus ley lines. Really good here. Maybe a couple of forces for the ensnaring bridges they probably have as well. We just take out our path, our spirit links, maybe some spirit dancers as well. Spirit dancers like good to load back in on, but it's not a good card other than that. Choose 2 players. Each of them searches their library for a card, then shuffles in their library and puts that on top. Okay. So the trick is they're going to trap us here. So whatever we want to put on the bottom. So we'll like search this planes to the top. Unless they're getting like super next level and popping it in response. We have like excellent auras in hand if we do find a creature here. Wow, 4 quad archive trap. Are you kidding me? Alright. Ravenous trap. Jesus, calm down, Chief. Well, they got online, but that was mostly because we did nothing, and they blew us out a little bit. I'm removing my path here, but they do have those crabs, which could be quite troubling. Let's go like that. Spirit Dancer seems better than the Spirit Mantle. I might bring in the 3rd force actually over the Spirit Dancer there. It's just if they start milling cards from our library. You know, alright, garbage hand. Pretty garbage, but we'll keep. We have like a semi-decent clock and protection against explosives, which is something not going to play into the Path to Exile. Sorry, Fatal Push this time. No leyline in either of our hands. If we had leyline in either, that would have been like looking way better, right? Rancor, do we resolve? Alright, Ethereal Armor now. Like, we don't need to play around explosives here because our opponent will only have 2 mana next turn and they'll need a total of 3 mana to play and pop it on 1. So, Spider Umbra can be secret for now. I guess it's worse if they have Thoughtseize, but it'd be pretty weird for a mill deck to have that. Honestly, I'm not sure what the white's for them. Seems kind of odd, the white coloring. Jace Prodigy, yeah, sure, whatever. God, can do whatever it wants. Spider Umbra. Alright, excellent. So we have an attack for 10 here. 2-turn clock. And if our opponent like manages to play and pop and explosives, we can still replay our rancors. They come back to our hand. So we put our opponent to 5. Big kahuna. Big wave of cards in the graveyard. They got bridge. Explosives on 1. Alright, sure. Well, we got stuff to play around that anyway, so... Why are you popping it now? That's not right. I get my rancors back and I get to replay them and I get the damage during combat. And then returns instants and sorceries, so his explosives, you can't get it back with it. Canopy, well, that's Canopy for the win. Opponent punished for playing at sorcery speed instead of instant speed. If they did that during our attack step, they would get to block the 1 damage as well. I guess they're just not familiar with totem armor. So hit on throw, bam. Got the goods. Unless our opponents are playing around Heroic Intervention, which I suppose is semi-smart. Although it's a pretty odd card that only I'm running as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen any other lists running it. Jace Prodigy, why? Why? I go up a chord, down a force here, I reckon. Alright, throw this one, look for something a little bit better. Sure, this card has Leyline. This hand has Leyline of Sanctity in it. That's good against Mill. I'll bottom the forest. Also got a creature, not a great creature, but we have a creature. Our opponent might want to turn to Jace as well, which means that we can lead on Razorverge Thicket, and if they tap out for Jace, we can Dryad Arbor, put Totem Armor on it, protect it from the Fatal Push. Sure, we'll see our first crab now. Mill crab. Explosives on 1. What are we doing? Explosives on 1? Yeah, sure, whatever. He's up, Turbo. Spirit Dance is an interesting one. Alright, let's lead on Dryad Arbor, actually. If they use their kill spell on this, it's easy to resolve their core Spirit Dancer. I feel like extending onto the Spirit Dancer too early is probably a trap. Playing the Rancor here, which is essentially free, attacking, dealing 3 damage. If they kill it, we get our Rancor back. Puts the pressure on our opponent a little bit without coming at too much of a risk for us. Like, tempo, yes, but we've got Leyline down. We don't need to worry about tempo at the moment. Just draw Bogle? Sure. I don't know if he's like flashing in a Snapcaster Mage or something annoying, no? Alright, good. We can play this Bogle. We'll probably prompt the cracking of explosives. At which point we're free to core Spirit Dancer. Sure. Opponent searching for a trap. Getting Ravenous Trap. Looks like they're looking to Ravenous Trap our Rancor away after they pop this explosives. I really feel like with Core Spirit Dancer, we want to have the mana up to immediately put Totem Armor down on top of her. Opponent's still not cracking the explosives. They're on 7. We are pressuring them decently. Draw another Bogle? Okay. Sure. So our opponent's seeing if they can get any extra value here. Alright, so in response to Rancor's trigger, I'm sure my 2-card graveyard's gonna get exiled. No? Alright. We get that one? Sure. Seems odd. Play this Bogle from hand. We'll put Spider Umbra on it. We add a Spider Umbra and Hyena Umbra there. If we draw green mana next turn, we can play Rancor anyway, which is going to be a priority play. So playing the Hyena Umbra is probably the best line. Opponent with Jacerin's Prodigy. Alright, so I think we just equip Aura's attack and kill. We've got 4 power and Auras in hand and 2 power creature to put it on, so. Should have something wacky like Force of Negation, which honestly they could have. Alright, well that's just like super game then. Opponent does know about the Rancor. If they counter this, we've got Griff Spoon, so we've got like double ways to push the last bit of damage over the top. 1 mana sack effect? I don't think it exists. Alright, taking down Mill. I think Mill's a pretty good matchup for us, really. So getting into match 2, won the die roll, up against Osyikia. Versed this guy before, I do not remember what they're on though. This hand looks good, we're going to keep. Actually, if it's a Shadow deck, it's great. We've got 2 sources of life gain here. I think he might actually be on a Scourge deck. Alright, well, I've chosen to keep our hand. No companion revealed yet. Maybe he's changed his deck list. Alright, Bogle go, or Scout go. Same thing. What have you got, opponent? Steam Vents. Sure. Our most aggressive clock has got to be our best one, right? Get our toughness above like a random Anger of the Gods that someone might be main decking at the moment. Scalding Tarn, sure. Alright, any answer for Daybreak here? That resolves, alright, so add an extra 2 power with Spirit Link. Opponent concedes. Alright, so really don't know too much about what their deck's up to. If it's a keep key combo deck, I probably want like the Hushbringers or the Heroics. I'm gonna guess I want the Heroics because they might have engineered explosives and probably just looking to remove the Spirit Links for that one. Let's go with that. Game 2, match 2, game 2, no lander here. I'm gonna throw this one once client finishes loading and I can click the Mull button. Alright, so throw. Alright, this is a keep. Probably Path, our weakest card. Oh, wait a minute. Got triple land. Ditch Horizon Canopy. They could get Blood Moon. Valakut. Okay. These paths, if my opponent's on a Dryad of Lucian Grove list or Titan list, these paths could actually be very good. I probably should have boarded them out with the information that I had, but they're looking reasonably decent here. Mystic Sanctuary and Valakut, okay. Be mana efficient here, be damage efficient, you know. Do our turn 2 attack for 5. Some of our best openings are these ones. Our opponent got the counterspell for Rancor, the Force of Negation. He does. Pitching Uro. This could be indicative of our opponent having the Anger of the Gods now. They're trying to keep my... maybe not. Fire Spout? Yeah, same shit. It wouldn't have mattered. Like, they would have got our creature without ditching their force there. I think that was... personally for me, that seemed a bit loose. So now we resolve our Core Spirit Dancer. Our only real line is to enchant her and go. So, you know, if we get blown out by it, we get blown out by it. They also, like, randomly took away the all yes and all no here. Cryptic, bounce. Wouldn't you just counter? I guess they didn't have it last turn. Or they were tapped out from Fire Spout. Alright, well, we lose that one. Here I'd kind of like to hold up mana for Path so we can path any Uros or Omnaths that they're going to be looking at doing. So just cast our Core Spirit Dancer here. We don't have any auras to enchant. If they kill this one, we've got another one. Archmage's Charm, sure, whatever. That's fine, that was always going to happen. I think they're a Valakut deck. It's pretty unlikely they have Blood Moon. I'm going to fetch this one for a Temple. Or I can get Dryad Arbor, actually. If I get Dryad Arbor, I need to draw an aura to actually pressure Ronin 6, though. Seems sort of loose. Alright, let's go to second main. Cast the Umbra. Always yes. So if this resolves, it seems kind of good to us. They could still have white mana and play Teferi Bounce Core, but this is definitely a better spot than what we were in for the last 2 or 3 turns. They can still Cryptic Bounce Core Spirit Dancer as well. Obstinate Baloth hardcast? Sure. That is fine. Why are you bringing that card in against me? That is not where you want to be. Sure. Flying. Trample. Chain a million auras. This seems really good to me. So 2 turn clock either way. We might as well hold up the Path to Exile. Attack our opponent, ignore the Ronin 6. Put him to 7. Two cards left in my opponent's hand. Mystic Sanctuary, returning Cryptic. Sure. If they play a draw effect, we can path their creature in response. And then hold up Heroic Intervention next turn as well. Path in response to these triggers. Alright, looks like my opponent didn't get a land from that, so they've still got the Cryptic command here. They let us untap, we've got Heroic Intervention, we're good for the win. Usually these decks will do it during our turn as well, right? So if they do the Cryptic tap mode, we don't get them. What are they fetching here? Goldington. For tap mode, draw a card. Sure. We'll just path this one. Probably should have played that path instead of the Hyena Umbra. My opponent's going to be looking to like kill us with the creature, obviously. But obviously, like, the tap down line works. They get their fetch land back with Ren and 6. They get Mystic Sanctuary off the fetch land. Looks like they've drawn an Uro. They haven't Mystic Sanctuary here, putting Cryptic on top. Does that mean they have another one in hand? Okay, they do. So they're rare casting Uro from the grave as well. The escape cost? Sure. Well, wasting that path on Obstinate Baloth is looking pretty bad for me now. We're pretty fortunate to top deck the Uro though, I think. They exiled their entire graveyard to do this. Wouldn't you return and crack a land first before any of that stuff? I don't know. Alright, might as well crack this one now. Opponent concedes to that? Alright, sweet. Bargain. Easy win. Alright, match 3. Who are we versing this time? Won the die roll. Pedro Gush. Alright, let's be on the play now. Opponent on a Lurus deck. Yeah, this sounds good. We have to take a bit of damage from our land base, but only 2. So Skyclave, Schedule the Skyclaves will be online, but we also get flying. And we're 1 mana off of activating Grispoon from the graveyard and putting it into our hand, so it's really good. Even if they thought sees away the flying, we're in a pretty reasonable spot. Bogle, go. On to you, opponent. White? Okay, this is the Colossus Hammer combo deck that seems to be running around at the moment. Sure. Unfortunately, I think this deck has a pretty reasonable matchup against us. Just because they're like a little bit of a faster combo than what we are. In our deck slightly, throw down some auras. I guess we leave our Hyena Umbra, our Grispoon in hand for now. Don't let them know about the flying yet. They can learn about that later on. So the way this works is Colossus Hammers are 1 mana. artifact which reads enchant equip creature gets 10/10, and the equip cost is 8, but Sagada's Aid makes it when it enters the battlefield automatically equipped. They've got the Inkmoth Nexus to equip onto now as well. Alright, so lure us to hand? Sure. Man, I wish we had some freaking pressure here. Oh, this mana is not very helpful. We'd definitely go some pressure right now. We got like triple Force of Vigor in the sideboard though, so that's really good here. No Graveyard Hate, which is unfortunate, but looks like they just don't have it, or else they'd be going for it, right? Lurrus, get Ornithopter back. Yeah, sure, whatever. So we need to find some sort of trample here as well. I guess we're in chump blocker mode now, or else they start getting life with Lurrus, which is really bad. I think they're supposed to sequence it so they play the Snow Plains from hand after they cycle the fetch line, the Horizon line. They have some auras in hand in case we draw Core Spirit Dancer. We can play that. We can attack for 6. Our opponent can gain 3 back. It's a slow clock, but it is a clock. Sure. Gets like quicker if we draw Ethereal Armor or something as well. It's a shame we don't have Ethereal Armor on the board already. That'd be massive. Imagine attacking for 10 here instead of 6. It would make their Lurrus look so much more insignificant. It's only bad if we draw Core Spirit Dancer. Otherwise, this is our best line. If we draw Core Spirit Dancer, it's our worst line. But there's 4 core in the deck, and there's a lot more auras than that I'm left drawing to right now. So overall, I think our line is the correct one. Sagada's Aid, Paradise Mantle. Sure. Cranial Plating, yeah. Nice draw. I guess they drew the Paradise Mantle. Now they attack and gain 9. Oh, this is fun because we can just like chump block them. Mishra's Bauble. So we'll take 10. Don't you want to attack before you crack the bauble? Oh, you replay it from the grave anyway? Yeah, of course. Lurrus things. We used to play with this card back when they didn't nerf Companion. That was like super unfortunate because they... Oh wait, they don't have double black, so they can't just instant speed equip. Dude, could we draw any worse? Like, fuck off, man. Spirit Mantle was a good draw, but like all this mana is so bad. 6 mana, 5 auras. We've got 20 lands in the deck and a lot more than that in auras. Aura-wise... we've got minus 12 there, so 19, 20, 24 auras. 24 auras and 20 lands, so at a slight bad roll there with our land draw. But hey, the deck's slightly thinner on lands, right? Positives. Opponent can equip the Inkmoth Nexus. That doesn't do anything. Just jump block it with our flying. Flying pro creatures, first strike, all the bells and whistles. Beautiful draw. So currently my opponent's got 1, 2, 3. So he's giving what, 6? 6 artifacts. If they animate Ink Moth Nexus, it makes it 7. Create a human token. Okay, whatever. It's got to be the most irrelevant mode right now. The relevant thing is, do they top deck Shadow Spear, really? Unfortunately, we have first strike damage, so they just need to chain enough artifacts together that they can trample, but then we still deal first strike damage anyway. So they need Colossus Hammer and then to draw Shadow Spear. $11 power. Doesn't do much against our wonderful chump blocker. Alright, thin the library. Can't draw more lands, surely, right? I don't really think we want Dryad Arbor there. It seems sort of pointless. Daybreak? Well, that's a pretty good one, right? Attack without consequence now. Alright, well, I guess we technically top decked better. They blanked a lot, and with a lot of extra draws as well from their Mishra's Bobbles they're getting back each turn. More human tokens, sure thing. This matchup's fine. Force in the sideboard. Hushbringer, not really doing much. It stops exactly Stoneforge Mystic trigger, but they have a lot more going than that. Right, instant speed equipping the Ornithopter here. Looking at the top card of our library with that Mishra's Bobble. Here, like, he needs to somehow pressure. At the moment, he's like, he's not doing anything. I think they've just been extremely unlucky with their draws. Alright, well, we're going to be some sort of action, or we're going to be, you know, attacking them. They're only at 9. Any one aura, other than Spirit, Link, and we win. Looks about right. Alright, so play. They knew about the Spirit Link anyway. We're not giving information here. We're just gaining extra life. We'll be like gaining enough life that we can just chump block the Ink Moth Nexus and ignore any other damage that they can do. Always yield. Sweet. All the life. More tokens. Alright. That's the best he's got, with a grip full of hands. A full grip of cards in their hand. Then that's fine. Alright, this is the worst case scenario. Pure Steel Paladin, they can start chaining stuff. Husk. Alright, there's an equipment. We don't have interaction. We'll just 6 and let them do whatever they're doing. Then choose the appropriate trump block. Paladin definitely gets to go Yu-Gi-Oh mode here though. Does Living Weapon do? Just gives 1/1? Okay. So like real simple, we just block the Inkmoth Nexus. Otherwise, they tap their 2 Ornithopters with Paradise Mantle for black. And then equip the Inkmoth and kill us with Infect. Though I think they're one off killing us with Infect there. Colossus Hammer. Sure, no matter where they put this, this is fine for us. They can gain 14 life on Lurus. Guess that's reasonable. So now we're drawing 2 Ethereal Armor. The Inkmoth's off the board. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Big Lurus though. Another Inkmoth, okay. We're still getting more damage than they're dealing because we're getting 18, right? Stoneforge Mystic, alright. This is potentially where the trouble might start. Another Colossus Hammer. They can't instant speed equip the Colossus Hammers though. Only the Cranial Plating. We're already about at life total. We can chump block with this Bogle as well. Obviously, Path shuts them down relatively hard. Ethereal Armor, good. This will just win it for us. Better top deck wins. Spirit Mantle. Alright. So, Lurus deck. Unfortunately, I don't have Graveyard. Hey, oh, we don't want Leylands. What am I doing? We want our Force of Vigor. We probably want Heroic Intervention, because let's be real, they're probably going to blow up some of our enchantments with Fracturize. They might have Path for Core Spirit Dancer as well. I think -2 core, 2 Spirit Link is fine. Maybe I can minus a land from here. Just remove a forest. No foil, Force of Vigor, or Canopy, or Withering Swept Teeth, for shame. Yeah, man. I've got... So, it looks like my opponent's keeping a 7-card hand. We don't have any land here. I would be tempted to keep this on 1 lander, but not on 0, so we'll throw it. Wait for our client to go. Yeah, they are expensive online. They're like cheaper on paper. That's got to be so wrong, right? Alright, we'll keep this one. This sounds good. Bottom the Scout. That's why you use Mana Traders, so you can play any deck. Yeah, that's true, man. Cards the same way. Dirt sheet in paper, yeah, it is. Someone Sagata. Ornithopter, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just, I figured, like, long-term cost-wise, it was just cheaper to build it, so. Hull Breacher 2, $100 online. What's Hull Breacher? Which card's that, man? I'm not aware of that one. A new card? Okay. Was it from the Commander set, or was it from the Commander Legends? Gotcha. Yeah, Commander card prices are like crazy. Alright, Stoneforge Mystic, that's fine. See what they get. If you draw it outside, you draw a step. Oh, yeah, the one that, yeah, I saw that card. The Merfolk one with Flash. Now Legacy staple. Yeah, not hugely surprising there. That's a pretty reasonable card, man. I was always surprised that, oh, what's the card called? The blue-black 4-mana human that has the same effect, but you draw cards instead of your opponent. I was always surprised that didn't get more play, especially when I started looking into 7-point Highlander as well. Yeah, Notion Thief, that's the one. Like, I guess the extra mana is expensive, but it's also got flash, and drawing is probably better than making a treasure, if you ask me. I could be wrong. Could be noobing it up. Alright, opponent with the Colossus Hammer combo on the Inkmoth Nexus. We've got the force for it, though. We're fine at the moment. Just one mana too expensive to be a staple? Yeah, fair enough, man. So, choices here. We can kill the Inkmoth and sort of disable the hammer unless they draw a Pure Steel Paladin. We could leave Inkmoth and go after the Sagada's Aid. Definitely taking out the Colossus Hammer, in my opinion. I think we get the Sagada's Aid as well. I think one Infect is not going to be the worst thing we're facing this game. Hopefully we draw mana here and can get Daybreak happening. And the turn after we can Griffspoon and block out the Inkmoth. Do you know what the deal with this deck is, Jedi? Like, did it win a tournament or place high in a preliminary or something? Because I have seen it, this is the third time I've seen it today. In about 8 matches. You have no idea? Yeah, okay. Just seems to have, like, been the hot deck that's gained the popularity. So we draw a Horizon Canopy there, so we resolve Daybreak, attack for 6. Opponent can lure us and start getting their, like, stuff back from their grave. That's going to take time. We can pressure their life total in the meantime. As long as they don't have it in hand. Disenchant. Oh, they're going after the Ethereal Armor as well, making the Daybreak fall off. They know the interaction. Fair play. Alright, and take 1 damage here. We can't really attack into the Inkmoth Nexus here or we lose our guy. Let's see if we find a First Strike Aura here. Find a First Strike Aura. Go team. Fine attacking here. They can't animate and disenchant, so pressure. Suppose we dismiss this hammer now that they've played it right. There's another Sagada's Aid, okay. Because if they've got the instant speed hammer, they get us. Right. So I'm like happy enough with how we played that. It's like the power of being on the play than on the draw though. Their disenchant was really good. If they didn't have the disenchant, we'd be able to chump block. Alright, so like on the draw, Hushspring is more of a consideration because it stops their Stoneforge Mystics from tutoring and equipment. I think we made a good call taking out the Spirit Links. They don't seem that good to me. I don't really know if I like the Hushspringer line though. Probably call Spirit Dance is just better. Just race them. I'm honest like Aggro Spoon. We've got the Spider Umbra. We're probably going to be the aggressor here. And Spirit Mantle is sort of like overlapping with the Rancor, but is like more powerful than Rancor. Actually, let's might as well Hyena Umbra, leave the flying in. Alright, we'll go with that. Alright, bug again. Beautiful. So we'll be on the play. Might have to wait for it to stop freaking out though. Alright. I think we're pretty fortunate to win game 1, match 1. Okay. We've got Path and Force interaction here. We can Dryad Arbor, which isn't amazing. Let's look for a better hand. Yikes, this is like so much better, but no fetch land. Alright, I suppose this one will have to do. I think I'll bottom Path Heroic and leave Force as my interaction, hoping to draw a green card. I reckon bottom a green order. Okay, let's undo that. Sorry, bottom a white order, and hold up the heroic intervention to protect, and then do the force and all of that. Let's throw the Grisburn. Alright, pretty reasonable. All things given, this is a reasonable 5. Get our attack for 2 and hold up heroic intervention from there on. Don't mind it. I guess we make our opponent have the path, right? Spirit Dance is a fantastic draw. Alright, change of plans. Still make them have the path, but you know, make them have the path for a better target now. Alright, there it is. Get our white mana. Winning the land race. Alright, Stoneforge Mystic gets its target, all of that crap. Shadow Spear. Okay. Looking at making our creatures lose hexproof here. That's a little bit rude. We of course draw the mana to now hardcast Force of Vigor. Should we get to that stage? So just hit on in. We have interaction if they want a path. I think we have to do the heroic intervention if they do go for the path here. I can't really crack the fetch land there, or they can path in response. Alright, it's a good draw. Think we shock. See if they interact at all. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm smelling a disenchant. No? Okay. What are they doing for 3 mana then? Cracking Silent Clearing, holding up path maybe? Alright, so we've got like a soft theory that our opponent's on path again. Hello to anyone joining us. We're versing a Colossus Hammer combo deck. Fragmentize at Sorcery Speed. I sort of think we have to cash in the heroic intervention now. Not ideal. Gleesdale Dried Harbor has hexproof until end of turn though, because I didn't path it in response. Stoneforge Mystic. Can path the Stoneforge. I think the better target's going to be Lurrus, because then we can force away their equipments potentially. Keep up the pressure attacking. The wild 2 mana, 2 damage a turn. Get rid of you. Alright, sure. I don't want my opponent to have the information. We have force. I'm gonna play this Temple Garden tapped. If they go to enchant a creature this turn, we can path it anyway. But we're probably saving the path for the Lurrus. Alright. Opponent's like full on the interaction side, right? Double Fragmentize and a path. Opponent gets to start gaining some life. Alright, here we go. Select the scanner piece, see what we draw. We draw dead. Alright, we'll just leave up force here. This is like my opponent's best Lurus turn is like put Lurus to hand. They can't play it this turn. Alright, so Lurus in hand now. Shadow Spear on board. Do think we want to cash this in. Take away the Shadow Spear. I almost want to take away the creature. I think Cicada's 8 is right though. Alright, we finally draw the hexproof guy. Shadow Spear out of the way for now. Sure, it's coming back. Actually, probably the line is wait until my opponent's played Lurus and then force. Yeah, I think we did that wrong. They're just gonna replay it, right? Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. Cranial plating, sure. No equip. Oh, you need Metalcraft, right? Okay. Spirit Dancer, great draw. Alright, they've been holding path for a while, I suppose. Maybe we leave Core Spirit Dancer in hand there instead of exposing it. I think we need to leave it in hand. It's like so much a story of like just both decks are interacting. This enters, they draw a card off it. That's pretty bad for us. They can make us lose Hexproof. They've already eaten 2 Path and 2 Fragmentize. Lurus is good, but Pure Steel Paladin's like a real worry. Alright. Let's get rid of Pure Steel. Can start equipping next turn and attacking and gaining life, but I don't really think we have a choice. We're just drawing terribly. Dude, we didn't sequence that force well, but like their hand is lined up extremely well for what we're doing, or against what we're doing. Suppose you can say ours is lined up pretty well for like against them as well, but I think they've edged the advantage here. Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah. Yeah, that's a card. I think we might be losing this one. We have like a Lurus of our own and could like reoccur a Seal of Primordium would probably be fine. It's like every attack step we could just hurt our opponent. Why is my opponent not equipping Shadow Spear? 2 mana. Did he draw the path? Colossus Hammer for lethal? Okay, whatever. They get us. Yeah, I think we misplayed the force. Other than that, I think we played pretty tight. I don't think it wasn't a great keep, but we're at 5 cards. What's the alternative? Go down to 4 and have nothing? I think bad beats. Looks like we lost the die roll this time. We're up against Tuganaxos. No creature, 1 lander, let's throw. This one's better, keep. Throw Temple Garden, it deals the most damage to us. Hopefully we're just versing like a burn deck or something would crush. Oh, we're just versing a Thoughtseer's deck that just fucking wins off Thoughtseers. Fuck off. I liked it better when they played Swift Spear or Soul Scour Mage on turn 1 instead of this bullshit. Thing is, like, we can't even go for Dryad Arbor that well, because they're just going to have removal spells. Looks like we're versing Jund here. Yeah. Or Dredge? Jund, okay. I don't want to get Dryad Arbor off this land. Maybe the next one. Just get a Temple Garden here. Don't worry, we've got plenty of lands to get Dryad Arbor off of right now. Inquisition OP. Thoughtseers? Yeah, like, whatever. I haven't drawn anything, man. Don't you worry. Thoughtseers bug is working for you this time, not against you. Maybe I'm supposed to Horizon Canopy there and just cycle at end step instead of just fetch shocking or like fetching a shock in tapped. Thoughtseers bug? Thoughtseers bug is where they Thoughtseize out your creature and then you draw that card and people get like pissed off by it. So I just call it like Thoughtseize bug. So they missed a land drop there. Windswept Teeth, pass. I feel like next turn's when we go for the Arbor. Another Thoughtseers. Don't worry, we're still only drawing land. Why is this yield till end step not working, man? Why does Magic Online have to keep doing these weird updates that stuff everything up? We know their hand's like full of gas as well, because they've been missing land drops and they're bolting face instead of worrying about Dryad Arbor. That's probably quite concerning, right? Gut shot. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and cycle Horizon Canopies here, see if we can find an aura. We do not. Play the Spirit Dancer. We take 5 and we lose pretty well. I guess the line is Chump Block and then draw Hyena Umbra, put it on cost Spirit Dancer. Hope they have, like, just creatures. Fatal Push, or... Cool. Thoughtseers OP. Fortunately, Leyline is also OP. Here I don't have any thing graveyard wise. Spirit Link like doesn't offer stats, so it's probably on the weaker side. Oh, hello Photoshop. Didn't mean to click on that. Minus like 1 Spirit Dancer and a Path. Normally I bring in Graveyard Hate because it's really, really good against Tarmogoyf, but because I don't have Graveyard Hate, I think I need Path to Exile. Path maybe only as a 2 of though. We'll bring the Core Spirit Dancer and have it as 4 of. Good Heroic Intervention to next level their Abrupt Decays. Yeah, I like Heroic Intervention as a random 1 of. Let's go with that. Alright, Bug is back out, but not really. Alright, so good hand here. We keep this one. Get ready to get destroyed by Thoughtseers though. I guess it can only take 1 aura. Opponent mulliganing to 6. Well, that's good for us. Alright, opponent with a tough decision here on their mulligan. Play it our Bogle, pass the turn. Against Jund, it's normally worth just taking the damage, fetching the Temple Garden for our second land here. Oh, wow. Oh, never mind. Okay, great. This way we can save our fetch land for Dryad Arbor to play around Liliana of the Veil and still get to attack for 5 on turn 2. Great. But yeah, normally they're Assassin's Trophy, you know, get you lands, and you want to sort of try and play around that a little bit if you can. Probably should have played Daybreak there. I think if our opponent hasn't cast any discard effects or anything yet, they're probably holding up Liliana of the Veil in hand, looking to get to 3 mana. So we've got Dryad Arbor. Of course, Spirit Dancer will likely eat the Abrupt Decay, the Assassin's Trophy, the Lightning Bolt in this case. That's fine. I think it's fine offering out Core Spirit Dancer there in this scenario, because they can't Liliana and Thoughtseize us. And if they go for Liliana, we just win. So opponent concedes. Alright. They must have missed their land drop or something, or they just realized we're going for Dryad Arbor. Alright, do we want to change anything here? Maybe one less Spirit Dancer, one more Heroic. Let's try that. I could be getting a bit greedy on the Heroics here, honestly, I'm not sure. I have to draw other auras, so we're going to keep this. Opponent down to 5 cards. Beautiful. I think we're pretty good regardless of what they do. If they Thoughtseize away our Griffspoon, we can return it later on, potentially. We have like double Hexproof Creature to play around Liliana, but it doesn't really play around explosives. They're definitely going for like, on a mold of 5, they're definitely going for like Thoughtseize payoff hand, right? They're not going to bottom Thoughtseize and play around a ley line. They don't have the leisure to. It's like a really good hand here. They probably take the Griffspoon and look to slowly claw their way back in via tempo. That's what I would be doing. Unless they have the second discard spell. But, like, even then, we do have to be a little bit worried about, like, Plague Engineer as well. So, auras that add toughness are better than auras that don't. And extending, like, creatures onto the battlefield that have this, like, if you extend 2 Glade Cover Scouts down, when you can do Glade Cover Scout plus Bogle, you're like asking to be like swept, basically. Tarmogoyf, sure. I think we shock this one in. I think the line is Bogle here, Griffspoon on the Scout, attack for 2, take a little bit of damage in return. And then this way we play around Liliana. If they have the discard spell, they can take Path. They can't take Rancor though. And if not, and we get to untap, we get to attack for, you know, 5 and Path out their Tarmogoyf, and then we're probably pretty good. So Seasoned Pyromancer, sweet. Take the damage, not interested in chump blocking. Opponent 2 cards in hand. Did they discard anything? Discarded a Renin 6, 1 token. Yep, so here. Attacks. Definitely winning this race at the moment. Guess we can block, fake effects, and then path their creature. Take 3, go to 11, opponent's on 9, we can attack them for 5 in return. Best news for them is Plague Engineer, Iok, that blanks. Sweet. It's good having an Iok miss. Scavenging Ooze isn't too bad. Ah, well, Daybreak's just game winning. Better lucky than good. Smack on through. Your opponent to 2. Don't think they can come back here. Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodbraid into like an Assassin's Trophy might do stuff. That's not going to do it though. Alright, so we get the win. Sweet. Puts us to the 3-1 bracket. Playing for that 4-1. Already, was this the mill guy? Gonna keep this hand. Good hand. Got protection against explosives, which is something that he plays. If it's the... Oh, wait, no. Was this the... No, I think this is the Colossus Hammer deck. Well, still having a Path and Spirit Mantle and all of that's good against them. Yeah, I think this is Colossus Hammer. Lands that don't hurt us, which is nice. We definitely versed this player earlier in the night. Alright, it's the Colossus Hammer. No, Aethervar? Okay, it's the Stoneblade guy. I versed this guy while I was playing Spirits before. Alright, throw down some auras. Man, being on the play feels so good here. Even with them having a Vial. Even if they play Thalia here turn 2, like... This is just good tempo, attacking like this. So they're playing Skyclave, they're also playing Flickerwisp. They're running Lead and Arbiter as well. Is there anything else relevant? I think they're running the Batterskull package too, with Stoneforge Mystic. Lead and Arbiter is fine. Happy with that. Let's leave Daybreak in hand. It's very likely there's Skyclave Apparition next turn. We want to save our best aura for last. Wonder if they have the Giver of Runes. If they have the Giver of Runes, this becomes a lot harder because then they can Flickerwisp their Skyclaves with protection. They don't. Alright, so our path might be decent then. I'm also like pretty fortunate with this build I'm running at the moment. I only have 4 fetch lands, so the likelihood of Lead and Arbiter shutting down my mana base is pretty low. Of course, if they Ghost Quarter, that's a different story, but... You know, only a 5th of my land base. I guess they take the Spirit Mantle here. Yeah, they do. Okay. Sweet. I'm fine by this. Let's see if we draw a land or not. There's a chance if, like, we don't draw anything, we just want to attack. And then... Oh, have they got Thalia now? Yeah, they do. Okay. Oh, Ethereal Armor is such a good card, though. Let's attack, see how they chump block. Put the decisions on them. I am representing Path here. See if my opponent plays around it. So, unless they block all funky and we get the, like, 2 for 1, the best choice is to path the Skyclave now before they can fetch for the mana. And then they lose their Lead and Arbiter. This way, if they have Flickerwisp, we're playing around Flickerwisp. And we get their Lead and Arbiter off the table. Oh, Illusion, that's nice. Trample 2 damage, all of that. If they triple block, you just like Path the Thalia and deal first strike damage to the other 2 creatures and kill them. Get like the 3 for 1. It's definitely a very tricky matchup. Now that they've got Skyclave and Giver of Runes, like, it's a lot harder than it used to be, I'll tell you that much. You can probably tell that though from the way that they're like running white, like mono white, and not splashing colors, right though. Lead an Arbiter, sure. So their Ghost Quarter is going to be pretty good here. Hopefully we draw mana, can Ethereal Armor attack for a bunch. They do have a Viled up, like a Vile on 3 now though, so we might need to play around that a little bit. Alright, they are going for our land here. We can't search, that's fine. Let all of that happen. This Thalia is going to be annoying. I'm going to call it that if our opponent has Flicker Wisp, we probably lose. Let's just risk it. I think we're probably stuffed anyway. There are 2 cards in hand. Maybe I'm getting greedy. I don't know, this is like a real coin flip spot because we can trade our Totem Armor with the Thalia if they don't have it, but if they have either Skyclave Apparition or Flicker Wisp, we get super blown out. Alright, looks like we get blown out. Alright, well I don't have any other plays here. We can put the Hyena Umbra on the Illusion. The nice thing is they can't Skyclave Apparition it. The bad thing is they can Flicker Wisp it. But 2 power is a lot better than the 1/1 body that we had on the Slippery Bogle. I don't know, I don't think we get there if we play slow. Maybe we do. Our hand's pretty good. Well, calculated risk. Here I'm not interested in putting in any auras on the Illusion. Even if we draw land. I'm just going to attack. If they have the Flicker Wisp, they're going to just exile the Illusion. If they don't, they're going to exile the Hyena Umbra with the Skyclave Apparition. Dude. Ugh, that Lead Arbiter was like so unfortunately good. This is the one game against them that I don't flat out. Like, you either flat out on like lands or you flat out on auras, and you can't cast your auras because they've attacked your land base. Alright, so no interaction from our opponent. That does mean if they get a bit hasty and don't draw any interaction here, we can just draw land, play Rancor, and win. Because we have an attack for 5. They currently have 4 toughness. Yeah. I mean, we go for it, right? Given the chance. Being gimped down to 1 mana. Oof. Nothing worse. Alright, here's the attacks. Sure, I'll take 5. I don't care. I'm winning that race. Alright. The one time I actually want to see land. Well, that or when I keep a 1 lander on the play or on the draw, and I just need that 2nd mana to do stuff. Okay. Well, leading an Arbiter off the board is a good thing for us. Means they've tanked for another turn. And now if we draw a Windswept Teeth, it's actually active and live, and we can fetch a land with it. Fortunately, their life total is low. They need to leave both creatures back to chump block or have another creature in hand they can violin for us to not win off Rancor. Maybe the better line will actually be, like, if they do nothing, we just attack with the illusion. And then play a Spirit Dancer instead of going for the win. We can just look to shore up our board state with creature. Alright, let's do that. I like that. They're probably going to look to chump block, being like, because this will put them to 1. That's kind of too low for them, right? Alright. Flickering the Flicker Wisp? No? Alright, sweet. So now we have more creatures on the board than our opponent does. And we can enchant the core Spirit Dancer and attack with a Rancor. Oh, really? They've got... What do they got for 2 mana? Charming Prince? Fuck. Alright. I think that's okay, actually. Sword of Fire and Ice would be the worst. Maul of the Skyclaves is fine. So this will only give 2/2 first strike flying. The fact he's not just like jamming it on the board tells me he hasn't drawn anything relevant. Like, because he'd just be jamming this and attacking. If he had creatures on Vial that interacted with my board. This doesn't have flash, does it? It'll take 2 all day. I think we go for Rancor on the illusion here. Maybe not. Rancor the core. So we have an attack for 7. Do they have interaction? That is the main question. They can block with Stoneforge and Stoneforge active put Maul into play. Do they have the Batterskull here? Oh, that's a bit of a blowout. Dude. Alright, fair play. Oh, I don't know about that one, though. That's a bit questionable. Do I take lethal now? I do. Never mind. It's not questionable at all. Just right. So, my best line there was Daybreak on the illusion and attack. I guess I should have assumed that he had Batterskull. Yeah, that was a bit loose for me. Now I just die to his damage on board. Damn. Well, I played that game extremely tight up until that last turn. Oh, maybe not extremely tight. Maybe the attack was loose as well. Well, I have a feeling like he sort of drew a little bit better than us. Alright, cool. So lose that one. We definitely want our Force of Vigors here. They're going to be really good. Heroic Intervention seems semi-reasonable. Hushbringer seems really, really good. Like, stupidly, absurdly good. Spirit Mantle can give our creatures protection from our opponent's Skyclave Apparition as well if they want to target like a core Spirit Dancer there. Or a Flicker Wisp. Hushbringer just like shuts them down though. I'm not sure Spirit Mantle is like good enough for me to want with everything I'm boarding in. I think I probably want to move the Spirit Dancers, the Spirit Mantle, and then maybe just a Griffspoon. Griffspoon loses a little bit of value here. I'm sure I'm about to bug. So Heroic Intervention has the added benefit of like their Shadow Spear removes Hexproof from our creatures, so it can protect our Hexproof creatures from Path if that's their line. Pretty neat. Protect our board from Skyclave Apparition and Flicker Wisp triggers. So, very good 7 here. 2 mana, 3/1 mana auras, one of which has flying, and Daybreak Coronet as well. Aether Vial. Alright, that's a pretty good turn one for our opponent. Oh, wow, that's a good follow-up for us. Let's get on that aggressive attack. Yeah, I really needed to play Daybreak on my illusion token there. That was a bit loose for me. That cat's annoying. Whatever. Keep our Rancor, which is nice. Draw mana. We'll just jam down as much pressure as possible here. If our opponent wants to chump block with that thing, we get Ethereal Armor back, which is of course good. We are sort of exposing ourselves a little bit here to a Skyclave, but at the same time, I want to pressure his life total. I got Griffspoon in hand to start flying, so if he taps out for the 3 mana like ground creature, we'll get an attack in the air unimpeded. No Giver of Runes from my opponent either. So suppose if he has 3rd mana, Skyclave, and then activate Aether Vial, another Lead-In Relic Water. That'd be the worst case scenario for me right now. They still can't get rid of First Strike and Flying with those effects, so that's fine. Well, we've been pretty fortunate. We had a really good 7 with 2 lands in hand. We drew the 3rd land, so we curved out perfectly. We could just draw 1 more powerful card. I feel like it would be the final nail in the coffin for us. Like, even if it's just a path to the Lead-In Relic Water, get our Ethereal Armor back, attach it. Flicker Wisp. Flicker Whispering your Relic Warden. Alright. Maybe he's going for my Rancor here. It's pretty reasonable. That's a smart line. Damn, maybe I should have disguised the Rancor. Alright, we'll play out everything while we can, I suppose. I'm playing into, like, Shadow Spear Path here. Also chump block with the Flicker Wisp. Maybe I'll leave Griffspoon until next turn, actually. Yeah, I think I'll leave Griffspoon in hand. Playing optimally there, I think that's the correct line. We do still have a fat creature they have to deal with here. They attack our land, we don't really care at this point. They can only attack a maximum of 1 this turn. We'd have the choice to hold up mana to play around further effects. Maybe I want Spirit Mantle over Griffspoon just so I can get an attack through in a scenario like this. Crusader is going to chump block us indefinitely if they can deal with our Griffspoon. Let's cycle this Horizon Canopy, see what we find. No good. Alright, can opponent deal with my Griffspoon? We found like Rancor there, we would just win. Flicker Wisp, grab my Griffspoon, chump block. Yeah. Alright, well this is annoying. Fortunately, I misplayed last turn. Didn't make this happen. There was no way avoiding like that there. Now I can actually put this Griffspoon on my other Bogle, put Daybreak Coroner on that same Bogle. Potentially get past my opponent that way. It's a little bit risky. I think it's worth going for. Opponent, 2 cards in hand, drawing his third. Fails now finally on 3. Which gives him instant speed, Flicker Wisp, and... Oh wait, it was already on 3, sorry. But yeah, instant speed, Flicker Wisp, and Skyclave Evaporation. So far, props to my opponent. I think they've played this game really well. Giver of Runes. Yikes, that's a scary one. It'll give them indefinite jump blocks. Alright, attack. Do they have it? Okay. Okay. Mole of the Skyclaves giving Mirrodin Crusader flying and 2/2. Still has its double strike, which is including first strike. Well, we can attack our opponent, and if they have exactly nothing, we will deal exactly lethal because they don't have lifelink. Oh wait, no, they can chump block with a different creature and give it hex. Okay, this attack was a punt. I forgot about Giver of Runes. It's been a long night. Long day, long night. I really wish I had the path in response here. Deal with this Crusader. It's a bad attack for me. That's a really bad attack for me. Alright, well... Windswept Teeth is going to cost mana to activate. I need a Rancor here. I need a Spirit Mantle. I think I took out my Spirit Mantle. I need one of my 3 Rancors. I'm pretty sure the reason I put Spirit Mantle back in the deck was because Giver of Runes and Flicker Wisp was incredibly frustrating. Alright, now I need to pay 4 to fetch, so that's not ever going to happen. Really? I suppose. Come on, Path, Force of Vigor, Rancor, any of these cards. I just need some action, man. My opponent's drawn plenty of action with that Giver, with the Maul. Ah, of course, he's found his Field of Ruin now, so now we're like majorly boned. Alright, well that can start getting us back into the game. If we can ever cast it. Opponent not interested in activating their field just yet, interestingly enough. Second Giver of Ruin? Like, you kidding me, man? Incredibly good top decks here. It's a green card. I'd really like my opponent to extend Batterskull onto the board before I'm looking at using my Force, though. Probably only going to get to use one Force this match. I want to make it work as hard as possible for me. I'll take the damage and I'll go to end step. And if they haven't done it by end step, I'll just eat the Vial. Eating Vial is not terrible. Stops them from like doing any Flicker Wisp tricks or whatever. Another flying creature. Skyclave Apparition. It probably goes for Ethereal Armor here. It's my most powerful aura there. Yeah. We do draw the Rancor though. Alright, so I'm going for it. Have to go for it. Gain life off this as well. This is all really, really important. We have 10. Opponent has 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power blocking, so there's no point attacking wide with Dryad Arbor and Bogle. Really, really close game at this point now. I think our opponent doesn't hugely care about their lead in Arbiters or Archon. Although they might want to leave their Archon back because I've cast a Rancor this turn. And does this cast? No, it returns. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Sure. I don't really think it matters which order I block here. He can give 2 of his creatures protection. Arbiter's probably just sacrificial at this point. Trample 3, put our opponent to 2. Okay. Pretty good. Sacking Sunbait Canyon. They're digging. Oh, wow. Opponent concedes. Alright, that was a real close one. Ooh, clutch Rancor at the end there. Alright. Definitely want that Spirit Mantle in. It was wrong to take out. I kind of feel like I want some amount of flying. Spider Umbra, maybe a little bit weak. It's minus the Spider Umbra. It's like a green card to pitch to force, but we have plenty of green cards as it is anyway. So yeah, the Hushbringer is really good in this hand. They could path our Hushbringer, but if they don't have the path, Hushbringer just hard wins us this match. Opponent mulliganing to 5 as well. I think they'll be less likely to keep a card like path on a mulligan to 5. But it's also down to 5 minutes of clock left. That's not very much. Alright, they have a hand. A Vile hand. Oh, we could blow that out potentially. I don't think that's what we want to get into. Some bugs flying into my face. Sounds about right. Alright, so lead an Arbiter will like fetch in response. Against these taxes decks, you always use your fetch lands first. Just so you don't get blown out by this card. I only have 4 of them, but you know. Good avoiding the blowout in any case. So as long as they don't have Path to Exile here, we'll most likely win. This deck is one of the reasons I'm running Hushbringer, actually. This, Spirits, Humans. Winds of Abandonment. Are you kidding me, dude? Fuck. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I can't even search for the land either because of this stupid Arbiter. Look at that tech. Alright, passing back. Welcome back, Ametnik. So currently 3-1, and this is match 5, game 3. Opponent drawing the Field of Ruin. Yeah, you saw game 2? Okay, cool. I think if I fetch this, my opponent's more... I was close to punting? Yeah, I was. I was really close to punting. I think I want to cycle this Canopy, not land now. Hold up path for my opponent's... Alright, sweet. Just get rid of this stupid lead on Arbor now. And then we can cast the Scout for free. Don't path. Too late, man. Sorry. There's a bit of a delay between my speech and when it reaches you. Alright, that's why. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, live and learn. Yeah, I just got myself real good there. Not like super scared of Vile at the moment. I think I want to hold this force for a little longer. Lead an Arbiter, sure. Maybe I cash it now. Makes me attacking next turn a hell of a lot easier if he's not doing instant speed shenanigans. Alright. Draw another one anyway. Go team. So play out the Ethereal Armor here. I think the evasiveness is a little more important. Take 2 all day. Canopy land. Just jam the Coronet. Even if he deals with the Ethereal Armor, the Daybreak falls off. I've got 2 auras in hand I can go in on anyway. Alright, I think we're doing it. Hey Metnik, have you been having that bug I've been having between sideboarding where it crashes the game? Or is that just me? Alright, land is a really good draw. No, you haven't? Okay. So I might check my window updates and look to stop that from happening for next time I play. Attack for lethals. Tried reinstalling. No, I tried restarting my computer. I haven't reinstalled. That's worth a go. Alright, get there for Xaxes. Well, I tried to punt game 2 and game 3, but we get there for the 4-1 anyway. Yeah, thanks for the advice. I might give it a go. Deck's going well. Man, I have to commend you on your recommendation of Heroic Intervention. It's been really good, dude. It means that I can actually tune the main deck for like these Scourge and Prowess and Burn decks with the Spirit Links without like just getting destroyed by Blast Zone. Gives me a lot of play, this Heroic Intervention. Can go down on like an Umbra effect a little bit as well and be less vulnerable to Blast Zone explosives. It's been really good. Yeah. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. I'm really enjoying this list at the moment. I'm not looking at changing anything. Did see some interesting stuff on top 8, but I think it was mostly just jank. But like, one of the decks that won like a tournament overseas somewhere played some janky 1 mana thing. Check it out if you want. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up there. I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Please feel free to let me know if you did. Thanks again for joining us, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.